number 12, the Saturday school issue at the middle school, I believe, twice a month. What exactly is that for? Is that for the credit recovery program, or is it just for Saturday school, for kids that are absent or tardy for school? It didn't really give a detailed explanation of why that needed to be taking place. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Answer them all.
With Clark, let me just give you the chronological what took place. I got a call at 11:30 today by the principal, who indicated that there was a flood, but that everything was taken care of. Afterwards, she called again and we spoke, and it presented problems because the fire marshal that was there clearly indicated that he would not have his children there. Anyway, I got there at about 12:30, and at 12:30 we had to make some decisions. Number one decision was, why couldn't we pump out the water quickly enough? So I called the officials of the township, and to their credit, within 30 minutes we had somebody, a big truck, come and pump it out. In the midst of all that, I was speaking to the principal and relied heavily, because we had Aramark prepare and help Annette Maldonado, the principal of the middle school, get ready to receive 850 children. We had all the areas covered. It was in the principal indicated that by the time we got there and by the time we would get back, it would be an exercise in the kids walking back and forth. I apologize if in the midst of all that we did not call parents. We knew the kids were safe, the teachers were out. The kids had a ball. I mean, we were not happy because, you know, that's a loss of instructional time. But they were having a ball. They loved it. And but here is and Mr. Finger can tell you the specifics, but bottom line is that the kids, as of 6 o'clock, the water was pumped out. There are some other issues that are taking place, though, just so you, as well as all other parents, know, we won't be able to have the usual gas ovens going, because we have to check all the electricity. And the kids are gonna again have a lot of fun, because we're gonna grill their hamburgers and different things while everything is getting fixed. Oh, there'll definitely be school tomorrow. And we have contingency plans. If in fact Thursday we're a little afraid of the rain because of the situation, so we again have contingency plans in that case. If we know it's raining, the buses will be rerouted to go to the middle school. The middle school is going to be prepared to take them. It is not an ideal situation, and that's why we're working double time to make sure that we're fixing everything in that. With regard to the Director of Guidance, Dr. McCord and I started the interviews yesterday. Not pleased, and so we're going to continue. There's other candidates that we're scheduling. Their schedules couldn't allow them to have interviews all yesterday, but we are trying our best to move to get a director. We're desperately, but then we don't want to take someone that's not appropriate. And in terms of Saturday, it's specifically for detention. Yeah. And I guess Mr. Finger could tell you more specifics about the electric and the wiring at the Clark. Mr. Finger?
Yes. I'm sorry. Well, let me.
That's Mr. Finger.
Item Y. All the bus contracts were renewed at 0% this year. That's what the state was. There was no cost of living increase. I asked Patty about this. She said it really was a typo, typographical error. It should not have read 304-00478, because their contract last year was 321-370-478. So that was all that was. As far as over at Clark School, tomorrow we're going to have everybody in there. Our gas, our electric, our plumbers, our boiler company, everybody in to find out what broke, what went wrong, and to get estimates so we can send it off to the insurance company. It looks like one of several, or maybe both of these things may have appeared. Last night was that heavy rainstorm that came down very quickly and very heavy. Apparently what happened, it overwhelmed the pumps blew out, and blew out the alarm that's supposed to go off when the pumps go out. At the same time, it's also possible, which we'll know hopefully by tomorrow or the next day when they look at it, that due to the large amount of water coming in, it broke a water pipe. So you not only had the flooding coming in from the rain, but a water pipe broke. That's all we can assume. Well, the water pipe going to the boiler, I should say. Now the boiler is shut down, no water is flowing. So hopefully we will know that tomorrow. It's already been sent off to our insurance company to see how much they'll cover on this. Repairs will be done as soon as we get the estimates in. Repairs will be done as quickly as we can get them done. And you know, obviously we'll have the boiler up and running in time before it gets cold. Thank you.
Mrs. Clements. Mrs. Clements, if she would like to speak.
Good evening, Christina Clements, on Lakewood, Lake Manor Drive. I guess the first thing is, I don't know Mr. Green that well, but, you know, I wish him well and everything that he is going to be enduring, because, you know, the fact is, even though you may be leaving, you've got to know when your time is up at times. So congratulations, I'll say. And as for the open house at the high school, we had, our notification was late. I myself, and as well as Ms. Kearney, we both have I don't have my envelope, but she has hers, where the postmark date was the 29th and the open house on the 30th. So we kind of want to know what happened with communication as far as us getting better prepared to be able to come to open house. I know weeks leading up to it, since the beginning of the school year, I was wondering when's open house, and then we finally got the notice, it was late. I know it did not happen to all parents. However, our postmark date is the 29th. So, also, my son, he's a junior at the high school, and I don't know if there had been any resolution in having an English teacher, language arts teacher, because he did not, and there has been. And, okay, so I didn't look at it. And that's it.
The English teacher's on the agenda tonight.
Okay.
Ms. Annette Kearney.
And she asked questions about the correspondence, because I've heard multiple parents say stuff to me, come to me about the lateness of finding out about the open house. Some not even finding out until it was the day of or even the day after. So does anyone know?
This is the first I'm hearing about this, but I will go investigate when the letters were sent out.
In the future, that could be posted on the website, could it not, Dr. McCoy?
Yes, it could.
Ms. Annette Kearney, if you want.
I think Christina already asked some questions, but I do have a follow-up question. About a month ago, we had asked Ms. Silva if the district was fully staffed, and I believe the response that we got at the time was by the end of September we would know where we are with staffing. So my question remains, are we fully staffed with permanent teachers, not just substitutes? Because there are rumors at the high school that there are a lot of substitute teachers, which we talk about stability. For the children, that's not good to keep having different substitutes either. So if you can answer that question.
I can tell, Dr. McCarl will talk to you about the high school in terms of...
Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, one more.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Also on the agenda, page 2, on item O, and page 3, item P. In reference to preschool, I just want to make sure. Preschool is in district. Am I correct about that? And if so, if these are approved, are these locations open up to all the preschool students or just certain preschool students? And that's all my questions.
Doctor or Mrs.?
Oh, I'm sorry. Regarding are we fully staffed? And I'll address the high school.
Yes, the middle school and the 4 elementary schools are fully staffed. Now, understand that if a teacher, which we've had, and you've seen it on some of the agendas, if a teacher suddenly leaves the system, in other words, calls us and tells us, for whatever reason, we will have a substitute, but as you can see, in every single board meeting, we have been hiring teachers. So we are fully staffed at this point, and the only time that you'll see a substitutes in the elementary or the middle school will be if we can't foresee anyone leaving. That's the only time. Or there is a movement of a teacher for a few pedagogical reasons. But other than that, now the high school, Dr. McCora has been working with that.
At the high school, we At this point, from tonight forward, we are fully staffed. We have an algebra teacher and an English teacher and a social studies teacher. We are analyzing the schedule tomorrow with a scheduling specialist to make sure that every teacher is in